Pokémon Firered is an awesome game and an amazing remake, but sadly, being a decently faithful remake of Generation 1, it's widely considered one of the easiest Pokémon games. So the automatic question is, how do we make it harder? Well, most people would do a Nuzlocke or a randomizer, but there's actually something way more challenging we can do. We can try using only level 1 Pokémon. Now, this may be a dumb moment, but level 1 Pokémon are very, to say the least. So will it be possible to beat Pokémon Firered with only level 1 Pokémon? Probably not. Alrighty, everybody. Today we're going to be seeing if we can beat Pokémon Firered with only level 1 Pokémon. Now, if we look into our PC right here, we have accumulated basically what we can call the Avengers of our team. In this box, we have a selection of a bunch of different Pokemon, all level 1, and we're going to see how far we can get in the game with only these guys. But before we continue on, let's really look at what challenges we have ahead of us. Though it may feel like we have a lot of trainers before the first gym, we actually only have one simple bug catcher with a single leader. However, the real challenge is of course the actual gym leader. But believe it or not, there's actually another big challenge before Brock, and that challenge is the subscribe button. How do I know this is the challenge? Because apparently 94% of people are not strong enough to press it. Anyways, back to Brock. Now I could sit here and go through each of his Pokemon and their stats, but I think it's better to show my attempts through the early game and the strategies I came up with. So here we are right at the end of Viridian Forest. We have our first mandatory trainer that we cannot get around. Now I'm thinking because this is a bug catcher, we should just, cheese this and just use a rock type, right? Alrighty, bug catcher Sammy. There's no way we lose to a guy named Sammy, even though they're 8 levels higher than us. Holy crap. Alrighty, they are 8 levels higher than us, but again, it's a Weedle, so this should be free. Okay, string shot, nice. Alright, how much damage is this gonna do? Okay, now that might not seem like a lot because this is a Golem against a Weedle, but you know what? 8 level difference for level 1. I'll take that damage. That's actually pretty nice. And again, they only did 1 damage to us, so I did not mean to open that menu. And there we go, that should be the final rock slide. Alrighty. Honestly, thought it was gonna go way worse. I'll take that. That was pretty easy. So now we are in the next city, and now it's already time for us to fight Brock. Luckily, Firered, you don't really have to fight too many mandatory trainers early on, so I'm trying to think about what would be a good strategy for Brock. I think Gengar we have to bring. Again, there's gonna be a lot of normal type attacks. Brock has a Geodude and an Onix, but I'm pretty sure Geodude doesn't actually have any rock type moves, so I'm pretty sure Gengar can 1v1 that pretty free. But then we have the Onix, which is definitely a big problem. Here we are already at Brock. I think let's just get into it. I think this is actually going to be pretty easy. Brock, pretty much the easiest first gym in any game, so let's do this. Alright, first up we got Geodude. Let's go Sugar Daddy. So yeah, Geodude using Defense Curl. I'm pretty sure this has no moves to attack me, so this is just a free easy death. It's pretty scary though to be 11 levels underneath the gym leader, you know what I mean? Like, this is just the first gym. The next couple fights are definitely going to be pretty crazy. Alrighty, Geodude should be dead this turn to Toxic. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now it's time for the Big Daddy. Should I switch out? I think I should. I think I should just go to one of my rock types and try to 1v1 it as much as I can. Alright, let's go Golem. Dude, that's such a horrible back sprite. What the heck? Oh my god, that's so ugly. Sorry, Golem fans. So I'm trying to think of strategy right here because this thing can obviously probably 1-hit KO my entire team. Obviously, I have Lapras with Perish Song. This is the last Mon out, so I could use Perish Song. It won't switch out. It's gonna die. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna spam the move Rock Tomb that I have here to try and make it slower, and then maybe I'll be able to outspeed with Lapras. I don't know. Oh, well, what a good strategy. Alright, I got my own Onix. Come on, dude. I don't have any good moves here. Ugh. I guess I just gotta attack. Okay, tackle. Okay, good. Half my health. That's nice. Alright, how much am I gonna do? Probably nothing. Okay. Any damage helps. Oh, Rock Tomb miss. Let's go. No, there's Rock Tomb. Okay, we're dead. This is not looking too good because this thing can tackle just the rest of my team and kill it. I guess I just got to go to Gengar and just hope for a Rock Tomb miss and try to hit Hypnosis. If that hits, I can go to Lapras and use Perish Song. Please? No. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That might have to be the strategy next time, to just hope for the Rock Tomb to miss. Yeah, there we go. That's it. GG. Alrighty, there goes the Geodude again. Attempt number 2. Let's have another try at this Onix, alright? Alright, I just gotta really hope that Rock Tomb misses. Please miss, please miss. Oh, okay, please hit, please hit. Yes! That's awesome, that's so lucky. There we go. Alright, now I just gotta switch out, hope he doesn't wake up the next turn, and then just use Perish Song and I win. Alright, do not wake up. Please do not wake up. Good. Alrighty, alrighty. There we go. Easy peasy, dude. Was not worried at all. And this is the last turn of Perish Song. There we go. Easy peasy. Goodbye, Onyx. Alright, first gym down with only level 1 Pokemon. Even though I made it past Brock, it was nowhere near over. You see, on the road to the first gym, I only had to fight 1 trainer. But now, on the path to the second gym, we have 6 required fights. And not only do these trainers get progressively higher level, they also have way more complex Pokemon, meaning my strategies were not going to be too helpful anymore. But before I continue on just complaining, we need to talk about the next route coming up, which is a gauntlet of trainers. Route 3 seems extremely intimidating with a huge collection of trainers ranging from young bug catchers to little kids, basically a Minecraft YouTuber's dream. Now you might think this will be a huge wall to get through with such a wide variety of Pokemon these trainers have, but luckily with correct mapping we can get away with only fighting 3 bug catchers. Bug catchers are by far the easiest trainers to manage, with them only having Caterpies, Weedles, Kakunas, and Metapods, which can all easily be dealt with Gengar and Golem, even though I do literally no damage to them. Luckily Route 3 isn't that bad, but the same could not be said at all for the next mountain to climb, literally. Alrighty, making it into Mount Moon. Pretty good pace, doing really good, and have not run into any big roadblocks so far, which is really nice. Can't escape. That's very unfortunate. Hopefully the Zubat doesn't just mess me up. It's only 6 levels higher than me, but alright, so it should be fine. Oh my god, wait, that's actually really bad, because we can't use repels because we're never going to be higher level than the wild Pokemon, so we're just always going to have to be running into these Pokemon that we just can't run away from. Hope that doesn't become an issue. Oh my god, these things have Astonish too? Dude, that's so bad. That's going to kill my Gengar. Leech Life and Astonish, that pretty much hits my entire team. That's really bad. Can't escape. Hey, how much is this going to do? Oh my god, dude. Oh, that's really bad, because there's a lot of mandatory trainers in here, so how are we gonna make it through like the entirety of Mount Moon without taking any damage? Never did I think wild Zubats in a cave would be a problem, but those are the kind of issues you run into using only level 1 Pokemon. Now this may not seem like that big of an issue, but trust me, it is really bad. Even if I just lose a Pokemon or 2, that makes a huge difference in how difficult these fights get. I have no consistent strategy to beat these wild encounters. I can't always kill them as a waste PP, and I cannot consistently run away from them. But does that mean I just lose if I get super unlucky? Thankfully, I was able to come up with something. So far in this challenge, Ditto has not been helpful at all. I assumed a Pokemon who could copy another Pokemon's entire base stats and moveset would be helpful in this challenge, but sadly, I just can't afford a whole turn for Ditto to transform. Surprisingly though, Ditto can always survive a turn against Zubat, transform into it, and then always run away. Sadly, this is not always consistent, as sometimes you can die to a Geodude or a Paris, and then from there, start losing other Pokemon on the team. Still, it was sometimes good enough to make it to the first mandatory fight in this annoying mountain. Already at the next trainer. Sadly, as you can see by my team, I'm getting completely messed up by all these wild Pokemon, but I just want to try them, just do one attempt, see what we got. Maybe we can try and do a mix of team building. It's just really sad because I lose one slot in my party to try and run away from these mons, but it ends up always just going wrong, so. Okay, Rattata. Interesting. So, if we can get Gengar to make it here, we should be able to 100% kill this thing, because I doubt it has any moves to hit Gengar. Quick attack. No, that's horrible. Okay, Tail Whip. Alright, Thunder Wave. Nice. Most likely, I will not be able to beat this thing. Maybe if I get super lucky, though, with Paralysis. Who knows? Okay, that's the start. Hopefully, we can at least kill the Rattata so we know what the next mon is so we can try to work on it. Hyper Fang? Dang, dude. Big damage. Yeah, as you can see, I only have 2 other mons, so. Oh, Paraflinch strats? Okay, Rock Slide. Oh, dang, quick attack. Alright, Paraflinch, come on. Nice, dude. Paraflinch is like an unbeatable strategy. Just one more turn. Yes, dude. That was actually very lucky. Alright, what's the next mon? Zubat. Ooh, that's bad, dude. Zubats were messing me up outside the fights. Now in the fights, they're probably gonna mess me up even way more. What do I do against this thing? What move is it gonna use? Probably Leech Life, right? Or Astonish? Leech Life. Oh, dude, that's so annoying. Alright, I think the only thing we can do here is just lose. I don't even know if Parasong would be a good mid-man. I think we should just like, I think Ice Beam Freeze is a higher chance than hitting Parasong, but we probably just die to this, yeah. Alrighty, attempt number 2 with this Rocket Grunt. Luckily I made it here with no losses, so hopefully it'll be free this time. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So first up we got Rattata. Don't think this thing can do any damage to Gengar, so let's just Toxic and kill it. Oh, switched out. That's not good. I guess it switched out because it was the last turn of Toxic. Okay. Interesting. So I need to keep Gengar alive. I can't really, like, sack it to the Zubat, so I think I should just switch out to one of my rock types. Hopefully, like, get a hit out, or it's okay if it dies, and then we can just switch to, Magneton should do pretty good against this Zubat. I think it's gonna be good against Astonish and, Leech Life, so hopefully it can do some damage. Alright, let's hopefully hit this Thunder Wave. That'd be a really nice thing to get off. Now, I don't think I'm going to do that much damage to it, but I gotta just whittle it down as much as I can. Hopefully we get some luckiness with the paralysis. Ooh, I'm a rapper? Okay. Doing pretty good damage, honestly, with Thunderbolt. Very surprised by that. Alright, there goes Magneton, but we should be fine. We got the paralysis off, so hopefully we can outspeed or at least just get lucky. Alright, come on, Onyx. Come on, Astronaut spelled wrong. You got this. And there we go. There goes the Zubat. It's got a simple Rattata in the back that we can just use Gengar for. Easy peasy, dude. This game's so easy. Doesn't even matter that I'm using weak Pokemon. Alrighty, next trainer right here. Sadly, again, the wild Pokemon in this cave are crazy. I lost 2 Pokemon, so hopefully this one isn't too bad. I think this one's a lot more scary than the Rocket Grunt because I don't think they're just going to have simple normal types and bug types that I can just stall with Gengar. So this might actually be the first genuinely hard fight with strategy. Hopefully not, though. I hate that shit. Alright, Super Nerd Miguel, what you got? Grimer? Okay. So that's really annoying because I can't Toxic it, and I can't really do good damage, so I'm just gonna try and put it to sleep. How much can it do to me, though? I don't know if it can do anything to me. Maybe it only has, like, Pound or something. So it still might be best for me to stay in and just use Shadow Ball. Alright, how much does this do? Dude, I'm gonna be here forever. Oh, I guess I can switch to one of my ground types. Maybe you can't hit them either. But I'm just gonna do that. Okay, woke up. Poison gas, okay. That's unfortunate, but luckily that's not any big damage move, so that's fine. We're not doing any good damage either, but that's, you know, that's how it is. Ooh, disable, that sucks.
One eternity later.
I guess I should say Sugar Mommy. Voltorb. Oh, I don't think this thing should be able to hit any of my ground types. Maybe it still only has like Tackle. Oh, it could have Sonic Boom, but that wouldn't be able to hit Gengar, so let's see. I doubt this thing has anything that could really hit me though. Charge. Probably just has Tackle, honestly. I'd probably just go back to Gengar and just Toxic this thing. Dude, Gengar is so goated. Oh my god. Alright, there goes Voltorb. Nice. Please don't do anything too bad. Coughing. Okay. That's a bit more unfortunate. It's a lot more unfortunate because this thing has Levitate. And it could have a Poison type move that can hit Gengar, so we might lose here. Oh, no. I just Hypnosis. And just use, just use Parasong with Lapras. It has Smog, but I think Smog is literally going to do 0 damage to us because it's very weak. I don't know. There's a big level difference. Oh my god. Oh, that's not nice. Alright, please miss. Just please miss and let me hit Parasong, because if we hit, we win. Please? Oh, no. That's over. Dang it, dude. This fight's definitely very naughty. Very naughty fight. GG. Alrighty. Attempt number, I don't even know, because it took me a million years to get back here. Let's do this again. So as you know before, this Grimer cannot hurt me, so let's just do the same thing. I guess pretty much we can do the same thing up until that Coughing. That Coughing's a big demon to us, I guess. Some might say it's our father. Huh? Alrighty, Coughing again with no damage taken. I say we just try to do the same thing again. Please don't kill with Smog. Hopefully miss. We just hit Hypnosis and Parasol. That's the only thing I can really go for. There we go, dude. Oh, we missed 2. That's not good. Nice, the double miss. There you go. Mind games, dude, we're in its head. And now it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. I mean, like, where's the difficulty? Where's the challenge? I don't see it around here. Oh. Okay, that was pretty lucky. That was pretty lucky. I'm not gonna lie, that was actually really lucky. The challenge is there, it's just, I'm just too good. Goodbye, Coughing, dude. Another fight down. Okay. That was the most challenging fight so far. We had finally made it past Mount Moon, or as I like to call it, Mount Uncool. Seriously though, at this point in the challenge, I was genuinely shocked. Going into this, I thought I would be spending hours at Brock waiting for lucky Rock Tomb and Tackle misses to make it past. But surprisingly, our party was capable enough of powering through, but I knew it wouldn't last forever. I was heavily relying on cheap strategy and just pure luck, and I could feel my time was running short, especially with the next big gym leader coming up, Misty. However, I would be lying if I said I didn't have a big trick up my sleeve. Alrighty, it is now time for Misty. Now, normally, I would be like, this is it. Like, there's just no way we can beat Misty. However, we have an ace up our card. Ace up our card. Bruh. We have an ace up our sleeve. That's the expression. I totally know how English works. Alrighty, starting off, we got a Staryu, and we're gonna lead off with our Gengar because what we can do is we can switch over to Lapras because it has to use a water type move because it can't use the normal type of tackle, and then it's gonna realize we have Water Absorb. Now it's gonna have to use tackle, switch back to Gengar, and now, if I know this correctly, it shouldn't use Water Absorb, or, bruh. It shouldn't use Water Pulse because it's gonna see that we have Water Absorb. There you go, Harden. You can just use Toxic and we can just keep on switching between the two. There's Toxic. So now we can switch over to Lapras while it uses Harden. So then it uses Tackle the next turn and then we just keep on switching until it just dies. I do have to be careful though because it's gonna switch out the last turn of Toxic into Starmie. And then we just do the exact same thing with Starmie. Staryu dead. Now it's time for Starmie. So I think I'm going to take the switch to go to Lapras. The AI should still know I have Water Absorb. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It just either knows it or you don't know. So I'm going to switch back to Gengar. Shut up, cat. There's Swift. There you go. Again, it should not use any Water Pulse water moves. Yeah, there we go. And then we can get this Toxic off. And there we go, dude. That is Misty done with only level 1 Pokemon. It is literally that easy. There we go, dude. Alrighty, Misty beat with no hits taken. Nice. And that was it. Misty beaten with 0 damage taken. I was absolutely stomping through this game. But as I mentioned before, I could feel my time was running out. The question was, what fight would cause my ultimate demise? Now, I'm gonna keep it 100 frank with y'all. This next fight coming up, I'm pretty sure I don't think there's any way we can beat it. There's no cheese. We have to be completely honest. It's definitely the hardest fight so far, and I don't think we can beat it. So because of that, I'm gonna give myself 5 attempts to come up with any kind of strategy at all, and we're just gonna see. Alrighty, subscribe. My rival? Here is our rival, and the rival leads off with a Pidgeotto. Now this Pidgeotto is pretty much just an unbreakable wall. I mean, it has a flying type move and there's no like immunity to flying type, and it just kills us. It just outspeeds everything and just straight up kills us. So I don't think there's anything we can do. The only thing I really hope for, I guess, is like, I don't even know. It just chooses to die. Yeah, and it's quick attack, which is 100% accuracy. It's not like I can fish for like a tackle miss or anything. Maybe Magneton can take a hit, but this thing is literally 16 levels higher, so I really doubt that. Yeah, I doubt there's really anything I can do against this. To save some time in your day, I never found a way past this Pidgeotto with the time I had. So just past the second gym is the farthest you can get with only level 1 Pokemon. I really recommend you try out this challenge for yourself. The rules I made were pretty simple. You can pick 1 Pokemon from each type as long as they're in Generation 1 and are not a legendary, and they can only be level 1. With this rule set, I'd love to see what ideas some people could come up with to make it maybe further than I did. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. Please subscribe if you made it this far and have an amazing day.